Hey everybody, Steve here from Craps for Everyone. How are you? Hey, today we're going to talk about the repeater bet. This is another side bet, another bonus bet, and you don't see this one very often. This is not as popular as the all tall small bet or the fire bet. Those are the two you see the most. Uh, the repeater bet though is pretty darn cool. Personally, it's my favorite. I love the repeater bet. I used to hate it, but now I've come to embrace it. I really like it. The idea behind the repeater bet is very simple. You repeat the same numbers, and if you repeat the same numbers, then you get paid some good money. So if I can roll the 2 or 12, you can see right here, if I can roll the 2 or 12 two times, I have to roll two twos or two 12s, I'm going to pay 40 to 1 or whatever my bet is. So if I have a $5 bet down on the 2 and 12 repeater, I'm going to win $200 if I can roll two twos or two 12s. The 3 and 11 requires 3 hits, and that's going to pay 50 to 1. The 4 and the 10 require 4 hits, 65 to 1. 5 and 9, 5 hits, 80 to 1. 6 and 8, 90 to 1. If I can roll 6 sixes or 6 eights. Not easy to do. Understand that. I know that. But man, it's a nice payoff when it does hit. And this is one where if you know your role, if you know, for example, that hey, I throw lots of threes and 11s, then put extra money on the 3 and 11. Put $10 on the 3 and 11. All right, whatever. And then as you roll, they're going to mark. Okay, so I mean, just real quickly, give you the quick example. There's the 8. We marked the 8. There's another 8. Look at that. We got two rolls. We have two eights already. I'm not. Yeah, I can't even see the numbers. There's the 10. But you get the idea. This is how. There's a 6. This is how it's done. Nice and simple. Another 6. Oh, but then there's a 7. And the 7 is going to knock it out completely. But that's how it's played. It's very simple, very easy to do, very fast. The dealers will take care of it for you. Um, you do have a neat thing you can do here, and it's regarding the lay bet. So if I get to the point, let's say I've got let's say I've done really well in the eights, and I've rolled 5 of the 6 that I need. Okay, there's one you can see one that's just barely off the table, off the mark. There it is. So I've rolled 5 of the 6. So if I roll one more 6, then let's say I have $5 on there, or one more 8. That one more 8, 5 times 90 is $450. So what I could do is I could lay the 8. In other words, I could say, listen, if I roll the 8, I know I'm going to make $450. But what if I roll the bad number? Oh, that's the bad. So what I'm going to do, I could lay $120 on the 8. I wouldn't put it here. I'd put it on the pass. I'd lay it on the pass line area, but I could lay my $120. Now, if I roll the 7 before that sixth 8, that lay bet's going to pay me $100. $100 I didn't have a second ago. But if I roll the 8, I win 450. I lose the 120, but I win 450. So I'm plus $330. So in this scenario, I either win 330 or I win 100. Either way, I'm guaranteed winning money. That's cool. That's what's neat about the lay bet and about the doing the repeater. So in this situation, I probably, if it was me, I would probably lay 180 because 180 is going to pay me 150. So now I'm either going to make $150 if the 7 rolls, or I'm going to make $300 if I roll the other 8. Either way, that's good money that just got made. So that's what the repeater bet is. There's not a lot to explain on it. Very simple. You just roll the dice. If I'm playing and it's a random shooter that I'm playing with, I often will throw down, I'll either throw, money on the 2 and the 12 just in case they roll a couple, the couple aces or a couple, box cars. I might throw down $10 on the 6 and 8 just in case they get really lucky. I can get a much bigger payroll. If I'm shooting for myself, I'll often put $50. I'll bet all the way across, and that way I know I make some. I'm betting on myself. I bet $50, $5 on each one of them, and then I'll put a little bit extra on the numbers that I know that I roll. I know that I roll a lot of threes, and so I often will put an extra money on the 3 or I'll put extra money on the 6 and the 8, or depending on how my throw is going, maybe it's the 6 and the 9 that I put the extra money on. But I often will put a little bit extra on the numbers I know that I've been rolling. Okay, that way it's a little bit extra money. That's it. A simple thing, but boy is it cool. They do have the repeaters at Gold Coast in Vegas, at Paris in Vegas, and I don't know where else they have repeaters in Vegas. Just those two places is the only two that I know. And then the other place I know that they got repeaters is Harrah's in Lake Tahoe. Also has the repeater bet. And I'm sure there are other places that are out there, but those are just the three that I know offhand. Anyway, hopefully you run into a repeater table and you play it. Some repeater, if you're playing on like a $15 table, a $10 or $15 table, your bets for the repeater are only, it could be as low as $1. Throw $10 down. Come on now, seriously, throw $10 down and do it. If you're playing on a $25 table or more, it's going to be $5. A lot of times $15 tables, they'll make it be $5 as well per number. That does get pricey at $50 each time you're doing it. So, be careful there. It's fun, but be careful. The other thing about repeaters is nice. It's also a fun bet to do for the dealers, because no matter what your cost is on it, even if it's $5 per number for you, it's only $1 for the dealers. So you could throw $10 down and tell the dealers you got all the numbers. And now the dealers may make some money. Now here's the one thing though that you have to be careful about on that. When a number has not been hit. So if we have, let's say this is how it's set up, okay? So a 6 has been rolled and hit, 8's been rolled, a 10's been rolled, a 12's been rolled. I can still come up on any of the numbers that have not been hit yet. So if a number has not been hit, I can bet on it, okay? If you put $10 out for the dealer and they do everything, it's going to mark each time, all right? Every time the number gets rolled, it gets marked. If, on the other hand, let's say that nobody at all has bet on the middle numbers. Maybe everybody's just betting on the outsides. Everybody's betting on the 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. It doesn't matter how many times I've rolled the 6. They're not going to mark the 6 because no one's bet on it. So at any point, I could come and bet on the 6. The 6 could have rolled 12 times. And I can say, give me $5 on the 6. And now they're going to start keeping track of the 6. So when the only problem with betting the $10 across the board for the dealers up front is now no matter what happens, I can't come up on that number. I've locked myself out of it. So that is one caveat, just to be careful on that 10. But if somebody else is betting 50 across, if somebody else is betting all the way across, you're going to be locked out anyway. So you might as well bet 10 for the dealers all the way across as well. Anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully you guys enjoy the repeater. Let me know how it goes. Very simple betting and can be a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it. Steve, Craps for Everyone, out of here. You guys have a great day. Bye, y'all.